Up? Whatty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Yuragi-sou no Yuuna-san, chapter 30, and this chapter is going to be about Yuna's story. We're going to finally find out why Yuna's a ghost, and hopefully we'll find out what her regret is. So let's get to the chapter here. So before Yugari ends Yuna-san, 30 seconds left. Let's count down together, all right? Here we go. So night in Okinawa. This is quite good. This wine made from rice. Oboro-chan, you sound like you're quite familiar with alcohol. This is because they were often given to us as offerings. Speaking of which, why hasn't Kogarashi and Yunohana returned yet? Even I don't know what they might be doing right now. You really mind, don't you, Oboro-chan? Of course. Both of them didn't bring their keys with them, so we can't lock the door before they come back to sleep. Oboro-chan, you're so boring. Speaking of sleep, Arabaki, what do we do about hold on a second. Sorry about that. What do we do about Yunohana's bed, since Yunohana can only sleep in that room at Yugari Inn, right? Indeed. If she sleeps in some other place, Yuna-chan will be unconsciously dragged back to Yugari Inn, like this. Swoop. I like the sound effect. Swoop. I see. That seems to be quite troublesome. So it was really hard for her during that school trip to the seaside school a while ago. You know, every single morning she had to fly from Yugari Inn to where the others are. Every morning. I heard the seaside school's lodging place is located in some faraway place called Minami Busu. Excuse me. Yuna-chan is as fast as an airplane if she flies at full speed, so tomorrow she plans on flying back to Okinawa Island as well. Even so, her trip will still take her at least an hour and a half. It seems that Yunohana really likes Fuyuzoro. Yeah. Arabaki, I've always been concentrating on gaining Fuyuzoro's attention. That I fail to realize how Yuna is able to transform her ghost at will, how she's able to create powerful poltergeist effects, and how she's able to fly to wherever she wants within the Japanese islands. She's probably the only human capable of doing these things. Yunohana, who or what exactly is she? Arabaki, do you know of Yunohana's story when she was alive? I do not. The only Yuna-chan I know of is the one currently in spiritual form. I see. Even if she wasn't as powerful as Fuyuzoro, I imagine that she was still quite a formidable psychic when she was still alive. Here we go. Hopefully we're going to find out. Please! I want to know! The things about me when I was still living? Yeah, can you tell me about it? I'm sorry. Actually, I don't remember any of it already. Within my mind, my very first memory was waking in that room within Yugari Inn. I couldn't remember who I was. I stayed alone and kept to myself before I was discovered by Nakaki-san. The name Yunohara Yuna was also given to me by the owner of the inn during that time. I see. Memory loss. You might not believe what I said, but I do believe it, and I think this might not be the reason for your regret. The ghosts I have met up till now, their heads are full of thoughts about their own regrets, and most of these ghosts kept frantically repeating who and what kind of person they were before they died. Compared to those people, Yuna has never once mentioned who you were before. Kogarashi-san, even I think it's rather amazing, because right now I'm very, very happy. Naki-san, Nonoka-san, Oboro-san, Koyuzu-san, Sagari-san, Yaya-san, Shisaki-san, Urara-san, Sari-san. I have so many friends now, and Kogarashi-san is here as well. When compared to feeling this degree of happiness, what exactly am I still having regrets about? Good question! What is she having regrets about? I still want to know about, like, who she was when she was alive, but, maybe we're not going to find out this chapter, and if we don't, I'm going to be kind of mad, because it sounded like we were! Damn it! At first, both Sagari-chan and I wanted to let Yuna-chan pass on to the afterlife safe and soundly, but in the end, nothing worked no matter what we did. We also couldn't bear to force her into the afterlife against her will. Speaking of which, Yuna has already went to bed, right? Yuna? Well then, good night, Kogarashi-san. Oh, night. I thought she fell asleep, but she suddenly flew off. I've heard that if she falls asleep in other places, she'll fly back like that. You didn't see this during the seaside school trip? I slept in a room apart from the girls, so... In the past, my master had taught me that it's really easy for ghosts to turn to evil spirits once they prolong their stay on Earth. But even though my master had made that pretty clear to me, if I don't allow her to pass into the afterlife soon, of course I don't think that Yuna will suddenly turn into an evil spirit tomorrow. The people we met today, Ami-san and Yasuhisa-san, are both humans who turned into ghosts 30 years ago. But in the meantime, I also don't know when she will. Why do you think it's easy for ghosts to turn into evil spirits if they stay too long on Earth? It's because most ghosts are very lonely. Nobody can see them, and most of the time they won't face any punishments for anything bad they do. The longer they exist as ghosts, the less they care about being bound by the morals of human society, and the more likely they will turn into evil spirits who won't hesitate to do evil. Excuse me. Just like these ghosts of the cliffside folktale, I also knew of the lonely spirit. Because the spirit was always alone, it turned into an evil spirit who would drive others to their death if they came to the cliff. I think the reason why Ami-san and Yasuhisa-san hasn't turned into evil spirits after all these years is that even though they are separated, they can still see each other. So it's okay. As long as Kogarashi-chan and the rest of us are still here, Yuna-chan will not turn into an evil spirit. Okay, this makes a lot more sense to me. This makes a lot of sense because if ghosts are lonely, and the loneliness, if they're lonely, first of all, they're going to go into a deep depression, and in that depression, they might become an evil spirit like that because, you know, we've seen that in many mangas before and seen that in many books as well. Also, the fact that they feel like they could get away with anything ghosts can, they're just going to do it. They'll do whatever the fuck they want. So and they could become evil spirits that way. So I understand that. As long as we are all still here. Young man, are you all right, young man? Being possessed by an evil spirit like that, you really are quite something to be able to resist it up till now. But we are here, so do not worry. Evil spirit? Yes, the soul has turned into an evil spirit due to an intense amount of malice. Therefore, we will be doing our duty to send this evil spirit to hell where she belongs. Yuna! Oh my god, he was having a nightmare. And he groped. Yeah. Of course, you can't go one chapter without a groping. A Yuna groping. Yeah, I had an awful dream. Kogarashi-san. I'm sorry, Kogarashi-san. Yuna, please grab my... Oh, I'm sorry, Kogarashi-san. If only I could have caught you. It's okay. It was my fault for grabbing Yuna's. I'm sorry. Huh? Well, Yuna, sorry. As I expected, this sort of stuff really is quite embarrassing for me. I'm always causing so much trouble for Kogarashi-san. I'm really sorry. But I'm already... How do I put this? I'm already being really happy being able to have a morning like this. Aww. Ah, there's flashing now. Oh, Kogarashi. Oh! I will not let Yuna become an evil spirit. I will stay by her side until Yuna passes on to the afterlife. You dare to splash water at me? But do you really have a handle on your job, Arabaki? Harashima said that having consecutive breaks or something is a definite no-no. This counts as a congratulatory reward for myself. And without fail, next month's due date for her manuscript also turned into crunch time. A promise to the rising sun. Oh, like, I kind of am mad at this chapter. Like, the fact that we don't know yet about her backstory because she can't remember. But at the same time, it's kind of understandable because after you've been on Earth for so long, you probably would forget how you died. So I kind of understand, especially if you're filled with happy memories like that. But at the same time, it makes me wonder, what if there was a reason for why she lost her memory when she died? Because there has been manga and anime and books that have had ghosts that have died and forgotten who they were, or forgotten who they were and forgotten how they died. So I think so I'm not completely mad about it because this is something that has happened before in previous mangas and previous animes and books that I have come across. So yeah, but what do you think about that logic though? That if the ghost is happy that they don't become an evil spirit, because it makes sense. I think it completely makes sense. But and I love Kagurashi and Yuna. They're so cute. They're so adorable. Ah, they're so freaking cute. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the chapter and what you got Nerdigan's think is going to come up in this next arc. Because it says here, the tragedy of a curiosity killing the Kozuyu. I wonder what's going to happen. This is going to get really interesting. But anyway, oh, and the other thing I want to leave this off with is, do you think, because of how strong Yuna is as a ghost, do you think that she, as Kagurashi said, do you think she was a really powerful psychic in her lifetime before she died? Anyway, that's what I want your Nerdigan's thoughts on that as well. So anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigan's Inc. Also, if you want to contribute to the Nerdigan's Inc. expansion, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can either donate to the Nerdigan's Inc. Patreon or purchase something off the Nerdigan's Inc. Amazon wishlist. Both links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch channel, and also friend me on PlayStation Network. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!